now that the Dallas Cowboys have finally signed quarterback Dak Prescott, it is now all eyes forward into the 2021 offseason, more specifically free agency, and how can the Cowboys get this team set to go on a playoff run? Now, obviously the biggest thing was what were you going to do with Dak Prescott, and the deal got done a lot faster than I anticipated. So in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the details of the deal and how this impacts the Cowboys long term, and more or less what do we have to do from here so that we can reach that next step. Now before we go any further, if you guys could by all means leave a like on this video. It doesn't take too long to do, and most importantly hit that subscribe button. About 90% of you guys watching are not subscribed, so I recommend you do so that you don't miss out on new content when it drops. Now, with all that being said, this is what the Dak Prescott deal looks like. So when it comes to Dak Prescott's new contract, it really looks unique once you get into the nitty-gritty of the details. And what do I mean by that? At face value, it's a 4-year, $160 million deal with $126 million guaranteed money. Now, I know that some of you have been pointing out, well, it's actually a 6-year deal, yada, 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 and we'll get into those details. But currently, this is how the contract is structured. So, to start off, Dak will get a $66 million signing bonus. That is the biggest signing bonus ever in league history. Then, he'll have a $9 million base salary in 2021, which is fully guaranteed. And the signing bonus isn't completely paid out in 2021. As a result, at the end of this upcoming season, he will receive $75 million. That is the most in terms of like a single, like getting all that money in a year, like payout ever. Then we move over to 2022 and his salary is $20 million, which is fully guaranteed. And as a result, that equates to $95 million being fully guaranteed at the signing. Then we move on to 2023. The base salary is $31 million. Now, it's guaranteed for injury, and it becomes fully guaranteed on the 5th day of the 2022 league year. So, as a result, if the Cowboys want to avoid giving him all of his money, the Cowboys have to cut him after 1 year at the $95 million he already received. He also has a $5 million roster bonus, which is due on the 5th day of the 2024 league year, along with the base salary of $29 million, both of which are not guaranteed. And then the contract has a pair of years that are voidable, basically giving the Cowboys the ability to basically take all that cap space and cram it into 4 years and basically have those 2 optional years on top of it so that they can extend him once they get past the 4 years. What's most important of this contract, I know I went through the nitty-gritty details, is that he has 3 protections in this contract. The first thing he has is a no tag clause. So what that means is that he cannot be franchise tagged after the 4th or 5th year. With that's huge, because now the Cowboys have to extend him from here on out. Then we move forward, and basically he can't be traded. The contract has a no trade clause as well, which prevents Dak Prescott from being subject to a trade, or if he ends up forcing a trade, he basically holds all of the cards in his deck. When it comes to comparing him to other quarterbacks, he technically is now the second highest paid quarterback in the league as of right now. That will change when Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson and more start getting their money. So the way to look at it is that Dak Prescott really has 3 years until he can get another deal. So he gets the short-term deal he wants, and the Cowboys get that flexibility that they wanted. So it was a compromise in that regard. Otherwise, the Cowboys gave him what he wanted. Now, getting back to this whole thing about how does this help the Cowboys? The Cowboys have a $22 million cap hit in 2021. The reason why that's big is that it saves the Cowboys a ton of money that could be used to go after other free agents. So the Cowboys can restructure 1 or 2 guys, and they can use the money to flip it for new guys to come in. As we sit right now, the Dallas Cowboys are slightly over the salary cap barrier with $1.1 million above it. That will change. They will restructure some players. And what's important with that is that the Cowboys don't have to worry about getting him that 37.7 fully guaranteed cap hit, which would have been disastrous as of right now, so that you can try to position the team to get some guys in here for the long haul. Now, with all that being said, what does Dallas do going forward? Now, I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow regarding how much money the Cowboys can create in cap space, and more importantly, which ones I would prefer them to do it with, in regards to that. But the biggest thing now is it's cool that you got Dak under contract, but where the proof in the pudding will really lie is, do they bring in a guy or two to help out this team? I'm not saying you have to go after every single premier free agent, but if you could go out, and if you're lucky enough to get a Dalvin Tomlinson or even a Ndamukong Suh, or you go out there and you get a Keanu Neal, a Richard Sherman, whatever. If you are able to get some guys in here that can help this team through veteran presence at nice, affordable deals, or talented young guys that you can get on 3 to 4 year deals, or maybe even 5, I think that the Cowboys would be much better positioned going into the draft. So from here on out, I think that you might end up seeing the Cowboys possibly get an offensive lineman to protect Dak Prescott. That could possibly happen this year. But for me, I think that the biggest thing now is, do the Cowboys go out and get some guys that seriously can make an impact on this defense? I think that I have a weird feeling that they're not going to do it. No, I seriously am a bit pessimistic that the Cowboys will spend any real money in free agency. If they do, I will take back everything that I said about them this year. Not going forward, but they need to prove to me that they're willing to spend the money. And I think that they're going to be able to take care of that if they are willing to put that effort in. That's the next step. Can the Cowboys be active in free agency, not getting everybody, but making the right decisions to bring some guys in? We saw last year that they were able to go after some guys here and there, but it wasn't really... So it's like you went from tier 4 to tier 3. I want them to go from tier 3 to 2, 2.5. And this is the year to do it. You're going to have a lot of guys get cut due to the salary cap dropping and teams needing to shed salary. So if I'm the Cowboys, I'm getting ready to poach some quality free agents. Now, going into the draft, I don't think anything changes as of right now. I think that will depend on what we do in free agency. So I will give a disclaimer going forward with the mock draft Mondays. As we sign new guys, I'm going to be trying to reflect what I think the Cowboys might do. So, with that being said, I don't want to go any further other than it's awesome that we got Dak signed, but we have a lot more work to do. So, down below, tell me who you think the Cowboys should go after in free agency, who should they bring back, yada, 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 if they can. Tell me down below. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.